Good morning. I'd like to call the Senate Committee on Rules to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
You have a quorum, Madam Chair.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to have these done in by identical bills and resolutions that were heard in rules and passed the Senate. Then we will do bills that are going to be re-referred, bills that will be passed by for the day. I will be taking up the designating and encouraging resolutions in a block. If you want to take something out of the block, please do so at that time. On page 3, House Bill 368 by Delegate McClure. We need to re-refer that bill to General Laws and Technology.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded that House Bill 368 be re-referred to General Laws and Technology. All in favor of that, please so designate.
Ayes 15, no 0.
Ayes 15, no 0. That bill has been re-referred to General Laws and Technology. On page 4, House Bill 1303 by Delegate Herring will be passed by for the day. Do we need to do that on the board? Hobie. Okay. All in favor of that motion, please say aye. Aye. Opposed. Okay. On page 1, and I think they're all on page 1. We have bills that are identical. House Bill 839, Delegate Austin, American Revolution 250 Commission with regarding membership and staffing is identical to Senate Bill 117, which was my bill. It was reported from rules and passed the Senate unanimously.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that House Bill 839 be reported. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no. Who has pillion?
Ayes 15, no 0.
Ayes 15, no 0. That bill is reported. House Bill 1135 from Delegate Hodges is identical to Senate Bill 402 from Senator Stewart. It reported from rules and passed the Senate unanimously.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded that 1135 be reported. All those in favor vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Ayes 15, no 0.
Ayes 15, no 0. That bill reports. House Bill 13 from Delegate Sullivan is identical to SJ 61 from Senator Perry. It reported from rules and passed the Senate unanimously. It's been moved and seconded that HJ 13 be reported. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Aye.
The unanimous ayes indiscriminately stated.
Aye.
One enough.
HJ 13 reports. HJ 44 from Olivia Bowling on Black Maternal Health Week is identical to SJ 23 from Senator Aird, reported from rules and passed the Senate unanimously.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded that HJ 44 report. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no. HJ 44 reports. HJ 78 from Delegate Carr on First Robotics Day is identical to SJ 48 from Senator Stanley. It reported from rules and passed the Senate unanimously.
So second.
It's been moved and seconded that HJ 78 report. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Aye.
Okay, HJ 78 reports. Okay, we will now move to page 5. And these are all designated. There are 16 of these designating and encouraging. And if it is okay with everyone, we'll take these in a block. HJ 6 from Delegate Sullivan designates October 4th in 2024 in each succeeding year as Energy Efficiency Day in Virginia. HJ 7 from Delegate Sullivan designates October 25th in 2024 and in each succeeding year as Postural Orthostatic Something Syndrome Awareness Day in Virginia.
Tachycardia.
Yeah, that. HJ 8 from Delegate Cole designates April in 2024 and in each succeeding year as Black Women's History Month in Virginia. HJ 17 from Delegate Cole designates July in 2024 and in each succeeding year as Disability Pride Month in Virginia. HJ 26 from Delegate Henson designates July in 2024 and each succeeding year as Uterine Fibroids Awareness Month in Virginia. HJ 27 designates the week of October 6th in 2024 and each succeeding year as Coach Appreciation Week in Virginia. HJ 28 from Delegate Price designates March in 2024 and each succeeding year as Kidney Disease Awareness Month in Virginia. HJ 42 from Delegate Shin designates April 15 in 2024 and each succeeding year as Nepali American Heritage Day in Virginia. HJ 52 from Delegate Bennett Parker designates the week of March 20 in 2024 and each succeeding year as Student Appreciation Week in Virginia. HJ 57 from Delegate Glass designates September 16 in 2024 and each succeeding year as 6888th Central Postal Directory Battalion Day in Virginia. HJ 74 from Delegate Reed designates the week of the new moon in April in 2024 and each succeeding year as International Dark Sky Week in Virginia. HJ 77 from Delegate Corner designates Monday, January 22, 2024 as Recovery Day in Virginia. HJ 81 from Delegate Campbell designates the first week in May in 2024 and each succeeding year as Tardive Dyskinesia Awareness Week in Virginia. HJ 84 from Delegate Austin is encouraging public institutions of higher education in Virginia to display the VA 250 logo on all men's and women's athletic uniforms for the 2025-2026 academic year. HJ 83 from Delegate Cousins designates the first full week of February in 2024 and each succeeding year as Burn Awareness Week in Virginia. And finally, HJ 87 from Delegate Munden King designates June 26 in 2024 and each succeeding year as Domestic Workers' Day in Virginia. Does anyone wish to remove one of those out of the block?
Madam Chair, I move that those HJRs be agreed to in the block.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that these resolutions and designations be agreed to. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Okay. Okay, we will now go to page 2, Delegate Ware.
Thank you, Madam Chair. House Bill 114 is a request, a unanimous request of the current Health Insurance Reform Commission. They asked to add one legislative member each from the House and the Senate, and the member from the House designated by the Speaker should be a member of the Appropriations Committee, and the member from the Senate should be a member from the Finance and Appropriations Committee and appointed by the Senate Committee on Rules. This, I would mention, in addition to it coming from the HERC, it keeps the balance that there currently is on this commission with 4 members from each chamber. That's the bill.
Okay. Are there any questions to Delegate Ware? Anyone here wishing to speak to House Bill 114? Anyone online? Yeah. Okay, we have House Bill 114.
And for the finances, what we're gonna do?
Do we have to send this? It's a minimal cost.
It costs money.
It's $2,400 for member compensation.
Do we want the finance or not?
You want it?
Not for that small number.
No. Okay. It's been moved and seconded that House Bill 114 be reported. All those in favor, please so designate. 24.
Ayes 15, no zero.
Ayes 15, no zero. House Bill 114 reports.
Thank you, Madam
Delegate
Chair,
Ware.
members.
Okay, what are these other House members? We can kill them. Okay, we need delegates Price, Hayes, Cousins. Watts. I think we can take Prices. I mean, it's minimal. House Bill 613 from Delegate Price simply changes the sunset of the Henrietta Lacks Commission from July 1st, 2026 to July 1st, 2024. It's been moved and seconded that we report House Bill 613. All those in favor, please vote aye. Vote. Machine.
Ayes 15, no zero.
Ayes 15, no zero. So we just need Hayes, Cousins, and Watts. Okay, committee members, we can take up Delegate Watts, and Senator Favola can speak to it.
Madam Chair, did you want me to speak now?
Yes.
Okay. This bill was a recommendation of the Behavioral Health Commission, and what we ultimately are trying to do is come up with a way where our state-run psychiatric facilities are only accepting individuals who really do have mental health or psychiatric conditions, and individuals who have neurocognitive disorders or a neurocognitive related disorder or dementia are really transferred and treated in another setting. What Delegate Watts' bill does is she also adds autism spectrum disorder, and that's a good addition. That is the only difference between Watts' House Bill 88 and my bill. So I would move that we report out Delegate Watts' bill, and I will figure out how to add my autism spectrum disorder somewhere along the way.
Madam Chair.
It's $1 million already in our budget.
Senator McDougal.
Madam Chairman, my question would be in adding that there are a number of different, that's not as easy to determine by an individual DSS member making a determination about a TDO. And so was that discussed at any length, how that would work in practice when somebody's making that determination?
Madam Chair, this is, and both of our bills, and I'm checking hers now, we have a reenactment clause, so we would not actually be implementing this process for the redetermination of individuals immediately. This is a framework that we are asking the Secretary of Health and Human Resources to study and to meet with stakeholders, because we have to have a plan for actually transferring individuals who are not appropriate patients for our psych facilities. So, and then there's a report back, and nothing in this bill takes place unless the General Assembly reenacts it in 2025. So that's, both of our bills track that way. I am not sure where this fiscal impact comes from because it's not immediate.
Does that address your question, Senator McDougal?
Not really, but I understand it means that it would not have to go in place this year. So I think it's a question of trying to make a determination over time.
Madam Chair,
Senator Deeds.
it's a matter of figuring out where the right place to provide people treatment is, and acknowledging that psychiatric hospitals are probably not the right place for people with autism and people that are senile, are people that suffer from dementia. And this fiscal impact is an anticipation that there ultimately will be a cost to developing a different sort of way of evaluating individuals.
Madam Chair, there will be a cost associated with this if, in fact, the General Assembly decides to implement the plan that the Secretary comes back with. At the end of the day, our private institutions that are treating patients with these disorders will need more money. But this is in the future. This is not an immediate fiscal cost.
Delegate Watts, Senator Pavola was addressing your bill.
I'm sure it has been well addressed, and I will just say from my point of view, when you look at the nature of the needs of these individuals that are not being met just by mental health services, but really need to be met by other services, and yet they're also adding to our crisis of not having bed space for those who need mental health services. It's something that, for everyone's benefit, needs to be untangled, and that's why you see also the enactment clause to the underlying. But I think we all felt that the underlying bill was important to have as public record, that this is something that needs to be addressed, and they're not to be one and the same.
Thank you. Are there any other questions from the committee members relative to House Bill 888?
Madam Chair, I move that we report House Bill 888.
Hold on, let me see if there's anyone in the audience wishing to speak to House Bill 888. Anyone here to speak against? Okay, I'll take your motion now, Senator Pavola.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that we report House Bill 888.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that House Bill 888 be reported. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Ayes 15, no 0.
Ayes 15, no 0. That bill reports. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chairman, and everything has been taken care of in House rules.
Thank you. Delegate Cousins. Sorry for sending you away. I forgot you
That's
had a
okay.
bill too.
That's okay, thank you.
Okay, we will now take up House Bill 831.
Thank you. Madam Chair, members of the committee, HB 831 asks the existing maternal mortality review team, which was established in Code Section 32.1-283.8, and which is housed under the Virginia Department of Health and the Chief Examiner's Office, to look at expanding their operations to collect data on maternal morbidity in Virginia. Currently, the review team collects mortality data when someone dies during childbirth or while pregnant. However, we do not have any statewide mechanism for tracking maternal morbidity data. And that includes any health conditions that are attributed to or worsened by pregnancy and childbirth, and that have negative outcomes on the person's well-being. So this includes close calls where someone becomes seriously ill or nearly dies in the course of childbirth. The only way to know and understand how and why we have a maternal mortality crisis and severe disparities in maternal health outcomes in Virginia is to speak with individuals who've had these experiences and obtain an important perspective on how and why people fall through the cracks. The work group created by this bill will convene experts in the field to figure out the best way to expand and modify the maternal mortality review team in Virginia to collect morbidity data and develop policies and recommendations to address the maternal health crisis in Virginia. This bill is supported by Birth in Color, RVA, Planned Parenthood, Advocates of Virginia, and Voices for Virginia's Children. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. Are there any questions regarding House Bill 831 from the committee? It did. Are there those here in support of House Bill 831? Anyone here in opposition to House Bill 831? Anyone online? Okay.
Madam Chair, I move we report and refer to finance.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that HB 831 be reported and re-referred to finance. All those in support, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Ayes 15, no 0.
Ayes 15, no 0. That bill is reported and re-referred.
Thank you.
Thank you. Delegate Hayes.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee.
Go ahead.
All right, you have before you HB 1199. This bill is to give the authority to the Joint Commission on Technology and Science the ability to hire, employ, and remove full-time staff in the way of an executive director and a research person as well. We all know that in this day and time, with all of the technology issues that we have coming before us, as well as legislation and ideas, that we should certainly be in a posture of having thorough study of these matters and thorough recommendations. And so that in essence is what the bill will do. I do have a budget amendment also included with this that has been favorably acted on and is in the House budget.
Are there any questions to Delegate Hayes regarding 1199? Anyone here to speak in opposition to 1199? Okay.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that House Bill 1199 be reported and re-referred to Senate Finance. All those in favor, please vote aye. Those opposed, no.
Thank you much, Madam Chair, members of the committee.
I haven't announced the
Ayes
vote yet.
15,
People
no
can change
0.
their minds.
I'm sorry?
People can change their minds. Ayes 15, no 0. Bills reported.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. I think that clears the docket. All right. We're done.
Senate of Virginia, Richmond, Virginia.